Hubbard obviously jumps off the film, I'm sure, but as a team, I know they've struggled with turnovers the last couple of weeks, but they're still moving up and down the field.
Yeah, it's really a talented group, maybe the most skilled, and running back to quarterback to wide receiver to O-line to backup running back. Really a skilled group and talented group. So we've got probably our biggest challenge to this point.
What's the biggest thing with Hubbard? Is it just he's going to get his yards, but making sure he doesn't break off the big ones?
Yeah, honestly, the guy, he's got 300 and some more rushing yards than anybody else in the country. Tremendous running back. I think the reality of it is one guy. We can't play one-man defense. We're going to have to run to the football and get all of our 11 hats there and do a great job of running and tackling and trying to keep them in the barrel. And it's not an easy task. They can throw the football, the skill of the quarterback running and throwing, create a lot of issues for you. So, I think he is a benefit of a lot of the other skill positions around him as well. And he's, he can really run. He's just as talented as anybody in the country at running back.
How difficult is it to do what Mike Rose is doing, moving outside, inside, and then probably back to outside this weekend?
Well, it's not easy by any means. I think there's some carryover. I think moving back inside, as I said a couple weeks ago, I think is that's kind of where he got groomed a year ago. So I think there's a lot of carryover there. And really a lot of those things with what everybody's doing, the up-tempo and FSL and formation in the box, he's in the box a lot anyway. So, I think it is difficult, but I think it helps having played that position, before. It's not like, hey, move in there and you've never, ever done it. So I think a year of experience in there has surely helped him.
What did you think about Tavon coming in when it seemed like he made some plays, and then even Derek or DJ is starting to make some plays?
Well, it's important. Those guys have just kept improving. They practiced and earned the right to be in there, and I think that's been a benefit for us. We need those guys, especially, the teams that are going tempo, and some do, some don't. Some go at different speeds and all that. We played, I think, close to 90 plays probably the other day, and when you're doing that, those guys that are running all over the field, our corners and our linebackers and safeties, those guys need. They need a breath of air, so it's a real plus for us to have some depth there.
How do you guys study freshman quarterbacks? Because Sanders talented, he's had bumps in the road, but I'm sure he improves every week too, and he can change so much even in a given week. How much do you study what he's done recently versus what he did at the beginning of the year? Because
we study it all. There's not too many clips we don't watch. We watch them all, and I think you're constantly trying to watch, really kind of the evolution of a team, their offense, of what they're doing with him and the other guys, and that's what you watch as the season, and that changes. That's changed for us on defense a little bit. We're different, now than we were before, just because of some guys that are banged up, some of those kind of things. So you're just continually watching the evolution of the offenses as they go.
Do they feel like they've changed a lot?
I don't think a lot, no. I think, looking at them from very beginning, early on, McNeese State, those guys, Oregon State played really, really well, and I think they've probably, if anything, pared down some of the things they're doing, but I think probably Coach Gundy's hands in it, and I think those guys are doing what they've always done. They're very similar to what we've seen in the past, and we're going to have to play really well.
You mentioned the discrepancy of play. You guys had 30 more plays in the offense Saturday because of, I think partially because a couple of quick scores on the offensive side, but then also I think a couple of those drives, you made them take 15, 16 plays to score.
We did. I think that's what's been good about our defense, and again, you get them to 2 4th downs in the red zone, and those are the ones you hope you get them to, and you win those, and we did. We had 2 PIs on those, and when that happens, then it's first and goal at the goal, and that's a hard stop. But when you make them drive it that far and methodically have to do it, and you hope that at some point, and we got them to the 4th down at the goal line, and that's the one you have to win, and we just didn't win. We were 0 for 2 there.